In 1959, physicists from Cornell University, Philip Morrison and Giuseppe Cacconi, speculated that any alien civilization attempting to communicate through radio signals might choose the frequency of 1420 MHz. This frequency is naturally emitted by hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe, and therefore, likely recognizable by all technologically advanced civilizations. It was on August 15, 1977, that the WOW signal was detected using the Big Ear radio telescope in the United States. This signal marked the most powerful radio signal ever received by Earth through a radio telescope, which, at the time, was employed by Ohio State University to support the research on extraterrestrial life. Originating seemingly from the Sagittarius constellation, the signal displayed typical characteristics suggestive of a potential extraterrestrial origin. Astronomer Jerry Emmon discovered the anomaly a few days later while reviewing the recorded data. Impressed, he circled the reading on the computer-printed paper, 6EQUJ5, and added the comment "wow," a term that became widely associated with the event. The complete sequence of signals lasted the entire 72-second window during which the Big Ear could observe it, but it was never detected again. Various hypotheses have been formulated to explain the origin of the signal, encompassing natural phenomena and potential human sources. However, none of them has successfully explained the nature of the signal. Although the WOW signal did not exhibit detectable modulation, a common technique for transmitting information through radio waves, it still stands as the most robust candidate for a potential alien radio transmission ever recorded. To this day, the origin of the WOW signal remains one of the greatest mysteries in human history and cosmology. Despite extensive searches at the same point in space from where the signal was received, no additional clues have been detected. The observatory considered the possibility of the signal being a reflection of some terrestrial signal by a satellite. However, no satellite was positioned in the radio wave detection area. In November 2020, an amateur astronomer, Alberto Caballero, put forth a new hypothesis regarding the origin of the WOW signal. Starting from the premise that the signal has an extraterrestrial origin, he considered the possibility that this civilization likely inhabits a planet and a star similar to ours. Caballero conducted a search for stellar patterns in the sky region from where the signal originated, identifying potential candidates to host exoplanets through the Gaia database of the European Space Agency. The most promising star was 2MASS 192819822640123, located in the ideal position and exhibiting temperature, luminosity, and size similar to our Sun. The proposal of the article is for astronomers to investigate the area for possible exoplanets orbiting the star 2MASS. Several attempts were made to recover and identify the signal. Emmon unsuccessfully searched for recurrences using the Big Ear in the months following the detection. In the 1980s and 1990s, other scientists conducted various drift-scan observations of the coordinates of the WOW signal using a 12-meter radio telescope at the National Radio Astronomy Observatory in Green Bank, West Virginia, also yielding a null result. In 1995 and 1996, the Very Large Array, which is significantly more sensitive than the Big Ear, was also employed. Additionally, in 1999, using the 26-meter radio telescope at the Mount Pleasant Radio Observatory of the University of Tasmania, 6 14-hour observations were conducted at nearby positions, yet nothing resembling the WOW signal was detected. In 2012, on the 35th anniversary of the WOW signal, the Arecibo Observatory transmitted a digital signal towards Hipparcos 34511, 33277, and 43587. The transmission consisted of approximately 10,000 messages. To enhance the likelihood of any extraterrestrial receiver recognizing this signal as intentional communication from another form of intelligent life, Arecibo scientists attached a repeated sequence header to each individual message and broadcasted the transmission at about 20 times the power of the most powerful commercial radio transmitter. And you? Do you believe it was a radio signal originating from another intelligent civilization? These and other cases are showcased here on the Mystery Machine channel. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe.